Jasmine Stevens, and I'm here with Stephen Kent. How you doing, Stephen?
Great, happy to be here.
Okay, now Stephen, you're going to be performing two of your songs today. Could you tell me a little bit about those songs?
Yeah, I'll be playing a song off my first album called The Road of Good Intentions, entitled California Snow, followed up by a new song called Teachers.
Okay. Now, Stephen, what made you want to be a musician?
It was never intentional. I've always just been locked into storytelling and creativity, writing, writing books. I was writing books when I was in middle school. I started doing film once I got into high school, and have always been drawing, doing art of all sorts, and I've just always been interested in telling a story. And as I got into college, I really just started to envy guys who I'd see, you know, with a guitar, people listening to them. And so I decided to pick up the guitar and learn it. And I mean, it really just instantly gravitated into being a musician. I had poetry and I had tons of stories, and I took those and turned them into music just by putting some chords on them. And I think just wanting to be heard was really what drove me towards actually playing my music, making the album, and playing to people. So.
Okay. Now, what are some of the ways that you, I would say, spread your music for people to listen to it?
Well, there's always the internet. Everybody uses MySpace who is into music. It's not even for socializing anymore. But mostly I play on the street. I got a panhandling license last year, and that is my main venue.
Okay.
I go out on the street a couple times a week and play to people. Okay. And that's where I really spend most of my time. So. Okay.
Now, tell me one of the craziest experiences that you've had playing on the street.
Last month, I was playing on downtown Elm Street, and I was just minding my own business, and people usually walk by me, and you know, sometimes people listen, sometimes they don't, sometimes they tell me to get off their corner. These two homeless fellows like joined me on my corner and just started like singing along with me. They didn't know the words to what I was doing, but they just started like humming along and singing, and then they started rapping. And so they started rapping to the chords I was playing, and so I just started going with it, and I just started playing some really rhythmic stuff, and let them freestyle for a couple minutes, and then I would like sing choruses with them, and we just kind of pretended to play together for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that was really cool. That was the craziest and coolest thing I'd ever done, playing out on the street. So.
Okay. Now, tell me a little bit about some of the songs that you're going to perform for us today.
First one's California Snow, and that one I wrote rarely in like the span of 2 hours. It just came to me. I was thinking about my family history, and was just really moved by a story that my father had told me about his brother and his brother's untimely death, and just how that has impacted the rest of our family. And the song originally was about my grandparents who had stayed together, separated by World War II, and just the immense heartbreak that losing their oldest son put on them. And it's really just about the love of parents for their children. So. Okay. And the second one, Teachers, I wrote recently for my new EP, which doesn't have a name yet, but it's really just about teachers and the impact that they have on their students. I'm currently in education. I'm aspiring to be a high school teacher, just to follow after the footsteps of all the teachers that changed my life. And I was watching the movie American History X, and I guess I was really blown away by the impact that a teacher can have on a student's life. They can pull them into horrible things and draw them towards darkness, or they can pull them out of it. And I just think that's the whole power and the vibrance of the song. So.
Okay. Well, Stephen, thank you so much for the interview, and
yeah,
I look
pleasure.
very forward to your performance.